Everybody shut up and action. Is Taxi a good movie? Alright, so this is a comedy that stars Jimmy Fallon. I didn't realize he was an actor until I watched this movie, and he's surprisingly a good actor. I mean, not surprisingly, but he is a good actor. So this is the movie about a cop. Jimmy Fallon, he plays a cop who is absolutely terrible at driving a car, but driving a car is obviously a big part of being a policeman, and he is seemingly a good cop, but particularly chaotic, and now is going through the trouble of trying to catch a group of thieves that are doing a bunch of bank robberies and getting away with it. But while at the same time he's having trouble keeping his position as a police officer in his department and just earning the respect of his fellow colleagues while as a police officer because of his terrible driving recklessness and overdoing things on the job. So yeah, this is a particular comedy about Jimmy Fallon playing a cop trying to catch bad guys. I mean, it's a pretty funny movie. It's a nice comedy action movie that you watch, sit back, laugh, have some good laughs, and watch Jimmy Fallon's character go on this journey of trying to improve himself as a cop, improve his relations with his fellow New York City people. I'm pretty sure this movie takes place in New York City, but his fellow people in the city, improve his relationship and position in the department, in his police force, and it's just a really nice, heartwarming movie. Like, you really do enjoy it because you see this entire movie about this police officer working with a taxi cab driver to try and go around the city to catch these thieves, while throughout this entire journey this taxi driver's life is impacting Jimmy Fallon character's life, his life is impacting her life, and then how these two sort of relate with each other, becoming close, tight friends, looking out for one another. He learns a lot about himself and his inadequacies from her. She learns a lot from him, or not really she learns a lot from him, but she teaches him a lot and mentors him a lot, and practically becomes a fellow police officer while doing this entire case. And it's just a really nice, wholesome relationship to watch on screen, watch unfold. These two people, complete strangers, going from just a casual taxi cab and a passenger situation to suddenly a taxi cab being drawn in to help a police officer protect the city and protect the banks of the city. And it's just a really nice comedy movie to watch. You do have a lot of good laughs, you have a lot of fun action sequences you get to watch, with a lot of fun character dynamics beyond just the taxi cab driver and this police officer. And it's also really fun to see how this taxi cab driver is probably one of the most reckless drivers in the city and would be pulled over by the police on every turn if possible, but she's working with the police, so she is safe. But you know, it's just a really fun dynamic you can watch on screen, and that just provides essence to the entire story. The story is honestly just there. It is like a nice, fun storyline. Feels pretty typical, though it is this entire character dynamic between the taxi cab driver and the policeman and his entire department, the policeman, and then the entire dynamic between the taxi cab driver and the bank robbers that kind of drives this entire movie. It's heavily character driven. You're really captured by these entire characters and want to follow their entire sort of character dynamics, not necessarily each character's individual stories, but their entire dynamic together. That is what really hooks you into this movie. And it's honestly just a really fun comedic watch. You will have good laughs, you will follow a nice, fun little story, and you'll watch beautiful characters unfold throughout this entire story. It is a fun movie to watch. I definitely enjoyed watching it on my phone while traveling places on the subway and bus and whatever. But yeah, it is definitely a fun movie to watch. It is enjoyable. You will have a good time watching it. I enjoyed it. I give it a solid 75%. Good movie. That is Taxi. Peace.